Hello everybody, welcome to Cracked Up Games, and welcome to Final Fantasy II. So this is the Pixel Remaster version of it, and so it's the Steam version, so thank God they just recently released an update that lets you change the fonts to the classic fonts that were implemented in the console versions and stuff, because oh boy, the original modernized fonts they had for the Steam version are god-awful, so I'm so glad they implemented that update. Anyways, let's get into it. I've got the four main characters here, Furion, Maria, Guy, and Leon. I'm gonna keep those names. I do like that they changed Furion's sprite to actually look like his artwork, because in the original NES version, he basically just used a slightly more detailed version of the warrior sprite from Final Fantasy I. So I'm glad they actually made him look like his character art. Alright, so start the game. A long-lived peace. Also, the sprite work for the Pixel Remasters is absolutely gorgeous. I love the new sprite so much. Is at an end. Emperor, who again, they actually made look like his character art in the original NES version. I believe he shared a sprite with Garland, which is funny because Garland's sprite... The Emperor of Palamecia has called for... That was very fast. Called forth monsters from the underworld and has begun his world conquest. A rebel army arose in the kingdom of Fynn to thwart the Emperor's... That text is going very fast. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault by the Empire. Left with little choice, the rebels withdrew to the remote town of Altair. Four youths from Fynn also found themselves fleeing the Imperial forces. They had lost their parents at the hands of the Empire, but their escape wasn't over. Yeah, this one just literally throws you straight into a fight. Battle music's delightful. But as I was saying, though, one thing that's interesting is the original NES sprite of the Emperor was basically the same sprite as Garland. But it's funny because the sprite looks more like the Emperor than it does Garland. Specifically, the design for the Emperor from... I think it was the PS1 Final Fantasy Anthologies version. Oh, interesting. Okay. Defend, growth, lead, attack, magic, items. Alright, so... Oh, there's a pause. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's a mid-battle pause. Alright, so... Let's... just start attacking, because that's all I can do. Miss. So, yeah. This is a little bit of a sabotage intro here. You don't stand a ghost of a chance. Oh. Will he live? He will. I sense a strong life force within him. As Princess Hilda and Minwu. Which, again, the good thing about the Pixel Remasters is they actually have names correct, because in the original NES, like, I know in, like, okay, so, okay, I'm actually hold off on this conversation, because just to get stuff established a little more, he should regain consciousness soon. We found them like this on the escape from Fynn, fallen from terrible wounds. By the time we brought them here, I feared it was already too late. His life is not in danger. This sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. Of course. We'd best be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. If the Empire is allowed to complete the dreadnought they're building in Bafsk, that's a town name, their attack will begin in earnest. We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. Where am I? Leon! Maria! Guy! Where are you? Oop, there's Maria and Guy. Farian, you're alive! I thought you'd... I'm fine, Maria. You seem alright too, Guy, but wait, where's Leon? Princess of Finn, save us, but Leon not here. I see. Don't worry, I'm sure he's okay. Furion's on autopilot. I ain't doing that. So you've regained your strength? Very good. Your life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there's something I must ask of you. Please, let us two join the rebel army. Okay. So apparently the proofreading's not 100% in this version. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. We know a lot of pain. You should return to your homes. What homes? But we have no homes. Not anymore. The Imperials attacked, and our parents. I am truly sorry, but that changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. If you've nowhere else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. Password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. So this is a new system. There's certain, like, keywords that you can learn and, like, ask different characters about. The Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Finn. It represents our hope for a flourishing future of strength and beauty. But what will become of Finn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives suffer there in confinement, even as we speak. Maria, your brother Leon is missing, is he not? It's possible that he's being held in Finn as well. But Finn is far too dangerous to travel to now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The man at my right is Minwu, the white wizard who tended your wounds. Speak with him before you leave. He may be of some assistance. It's funny because he's a white wizard, because I think in Final Fantasy V, Bartz's Magic Knight outfit is based on Minwu. Okay. Alright, so, controls menu. Good to know. I am not using an Xbox controller, so... but yeah, so... a few things. First, let me turn down this music volume a little bit. Get it to that. That way I can hear myself think. I have redone character portraits. Okay, so... like I've said in the Final Fantasy Renaissance playthrough, I have not played any of the 2D Final Fantasy games. I have some knowledge of them, but I've never actually played them myself. So a lot of the information that I know is just kind of like a little bit hearsay, like reading and stuff. But another thing about Final Fantasy II is that it was never released in the US initially. So we got Final Fantasy I like 3 years late. So by the time they were working on Final Fantasy II, which they apparently actually were trying to localize it, but then Nintendo of America just kind of went, well, screw it. The Super Nintendo's already on its way, we'll switch focus. So what we got as Final Fantasy II originally is actually Final Fantasy IV. Just like our Final Fantasy III was actually Final Fantasy VI, which we'll get into more of that as I get to other games down the line, because I have all of the Pixel remasters, so I plan on playing all of them. Some of them I've wanted to play for a very long time, so I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, so I think it was the Final Fantasy Anthologies version was the first version of Final Fantasy II that we got, but then there was also the GBA port of it. But I think in some of like the earlier translations, they got some of the names wrong. Like I've seen Minwu translated as just like Min, as in like M-I-N-H. So luckily that's correct. Okay, let me just look at my inventory a little bit real quick. No key items, no magic. One good thing that I love is that they have a forget option in the older Final Fantasy games. So if you have full magic slots, you can actually clear some up if you want to get different spells. That's fantastic. Okay, so broadsword, buckler, leather armor. I'm sorry, Furion can just dual wield? I did not know that dual wielding was a thing in Final Fantasy II. I know you can do it in Final Fantasy III. Regardless, I feel like I need more defense right now. But yeah, so it looks like I have, I guess that's Leon's equipment? Since there's like an extra of everything Furion has. Okay, status menus. Okay, so this has some stuff that we're gonna get into in a little while. Trust me. I'm holding off on that until the right time. Formations. This is... Okay, so Final Fantasy II introduced a lot of things, and one of those things is the introduction of the front and back row formations. Okay, so there's a menu for the key terms. Pixel Remasters added a quick save function, which is fantastic, because it means I'm not going to have to get to a save point just to end an episode anymore. Okay, so let me see. This is another thing they added in the recent update, is you can change your default speed between run and walk, so that's awesome. Brightness, graphic display, font style, the BGM type, I can change it to the original, like NES music if I wanted, which is really cool. This is something interesting too that I wanted to look at. They added like some cheat functions, so I just want to... I'm not going to use them, but I'm going to just show them off a bit. You can turn on and off encounters. You can change the amount of gil, ranging from 0% or 0.5 if you want to make things harder, all the way up to 4. Skill level boosts. Again, that's going to be important. You can change those attributes, so for stats... Compensatory HP? Increase your max HP after a fixed number of wins in battle. Is that a new feature? Or is that... Is that a new feature, or is that a original thing in the coding for Final Fantasy II? Or one of the other ports? I don't actually know. The fact it's on by default, though, I'm gonna leave it. Bestiary also... Apparently, originally with the Pixel Remasters, you couldn't actually look at it from in-game. You had to go to the... main menu to do it. Black Knights ain't even listed here, I guess, maybe since I haven't defeated any. Okay, so anyways. Oh, and you can move diagonally, so that's gonna make getting around so much easier. You can see the mini-map in the top right, which I can take it down if I want to, or bring it back up. So you're changing characters, fiddling with the buttons a little bit here. Okay. The Port of Paloom lies not far east of here, but a lake separates us. You won't be able to reach the town without a... Okay, so the canoe returns from Final Fantasy I. Okay, that's cool. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. We will begin by journeying to Fynn. That is the first step toward realizing your fate. Okay. Okay, so that's all the same information. Hello, Mr. Oldman. Heading to Fynn, are we? It's not my place to tell you what to do, but I'd reconsider it if I were you. It's a dangerous place to be, you see. The city is crawling with the Empire's monsters. To the north lies a small village called Gatria. Judging by the look of you, you'd be lucky to make it that far. Before you go anywhere, I suggest you visit the room with the sigil that saved your life. There you'll find people who can teach you a thing or two about adventuring. I think you're going to need all the advice they can spare. So yeah, I think they added like some NPCs that you could talk to just to like get information on like equipment and items, monsters, stuff like that. It's kind of like some tutorial NPCs that you can talk to. Because I know in Final Fantasy I it was added to the inn in Cornelia. It's the Rebel Army's war room. Indeed it is. Okay, so let's look around here some. So how do I map? Oh, what is controls? Ah, okay. Nope. Here we go. yeah, so you can bring up the bigger versions of the maps, like that, which... in this game particularly, I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use of that. One thing I find cool is you can see here when looking... you can look at the list of certain maps. It'll actually show you how many chests are in an area and how many you found. So that's really cool. I actually like that. Yeah, so here's just a whole bunch of old tutorial men. Tell me about the flee command? Why? Okay, so I saw... yeah, there we go. I'll say I saw that treasure chest over there. We're in the rebel hideout in the town of Altair. Gordon, the Prince of Kashwan, is hiding out here in Altair. I don't know what happened, but something has made him lose faith in himself. Woo! Potion! Hello? Princess Hilda fled here when Finn was sacked. She's doing a remarkable job of leading the rebel army while His Majesty recovers. His Majesty being the king? Okay, there's the exit. Let me look around a little more, because there's other rooms I see. Oh, so yeah, here's the king. This is the king's bedchamber. His Majesty was grievously wounded in the flight from Finn. He's been resting here for some time now. Okay. Have you guys, like, rehearsed what you say? Because you say the exact same thing. An arrow struck me in the back during the battle, leaving me in this state. Perhaps I really have grown old. My daughter, Hilda, now serves as regent. You should speak with her. I already did. The game did not give me any choice in that matter. So I'm guessing this is Hilda's room or something? Okay, so let's make our way out of here and into the town proper. Oh my god, the diagonal movement is delightful. Okay, there's an inn. I'm Paul, greatest thief in all the world. They've yet to invent the loot that I can't burgle or steal. The Imperial coffers have kept my purse fat with gil lately. Do you know anything about Wild Rose? I never steal from the rebels, you can be sure of that. My home was in Finn, too. Can't even go home now that the Empire has occupied the city. Okay, so one thing that's kind of interesting, just as, like, a conversation piece. This is the town of Altair. The Imperial forces haven't been deployed this far out yet. I suppose it's only a matter of time, though. It's one interesting thing when, like, Maria and Furion and stuff are talking about their parents. Furion was actually raised by Maria's parents. His parents were killed when he was young, so Maria's family actually took him in, and so he was raised alongside Maria and Leon. Welcome, please come in. It will cost 0 gold to gil to rest up again. I'm still stuck on gold from Final Fantasy Renaissance. Would you like to stay? I don't think I need to. Pretty sure I'm fully gilled, but I'm sure I'll get some use out of that, because just like any early NES RPG, probably gonna be a little bit grinding in my near future. Hello, random dwarves, question mark? Potion, high potion. Eye drops, antidote. Which one thing, too, is compared to Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2 is actually the game that introduced MP. So you don't actually have spell slots, you just have magic points to use spells with. Cross to remove curses, mallet to cure amnesia. Just a quick pow to the head. Maiden's Kiss. Oh, the toad status is in this game. Gold deal. I'm not sure I like the fact that gold needles are available so early, but the fact that they're expensive at least makes me imagine I'm not supposed to buy them yet. Phoenix Down, Ether, cottages already. Jeez, they have elixirs? Dang. I know they changed some stuff, because I know like Final Fantasy 1 has ethers now, which was not a thing back then. So, are purchasable elixirs new? Okay, you're Gordon, I think. My name is Gordon. I was once a prince of Kashwan. Now I'm nothing but a coward. When my brother Scott fell in battle, I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. Was Scott the guy that it showed in the earlier cutscene when Hilda was fleeing from Finn? Was he the guy that stayed behind? So, you've asked to take up arms in the struggle. I'm so afraid Hilda will turn me away that I haven't even asked her. I've been stalling here. Just a spineless coward. Go ahead, laugh. I deserve it. There's no reason to laugh, dude. Can I examine the well? No, okay. Nothing happens. Cool. I'm guessing that's where you go for resurrections and stuff. Hello? Paul's a skilled thief, but don't worry, you can trust him. He only steals from the Imperials. Good to know. Magic shop. Let's see what's in here. What can I do for you? Fire Tome, Thunder Tome, Blizzard Tome, Cure Tome. I will actually go ahead and buy that immediately. Get up some gold to get the rest of them. So one interesting thing about Final Fantasy II is, as you can tell, there's not really a class system. Any character can use any weapon and spell and stuff. Didn't actually mean to leave the town. I meant to go and check out the weapon shop. Oh, there's also an armor shop. But yeah, any character can use any weapon and spell and stuff, so you're free to build the characters how you wish. I kind of have mixed feelings about that. I kind of like characters having unique abilities. It's actually a big problem that I have with Final Fantasy VII. But I'm sure we'll get into that more in the future. Okay. Let's buy some gloves for everyone. Oh nice, you can actually equip from the menu here. I don't know if these are two-handed weapons or not. Like, I don't know if Guy and Maria can use bucklers with those on. Okay, okay, yeah, so that'll be something to check later. Check the weapon shop, see what they've got. Also talk to this person. Tobal, the fellow over in that weapon shop is one fine blacksmith. I think something's been bothering him lately, though. Okay. Hello, are you Tobal? What could you want with me? I'm just an old man. Geyserark is just a cover. My name's Tobal, and I'm the best darn blacksmith in the Rebel Army. Okay. No other information about that. I guess maybe there's something else I can ask him later. What can I do for you? Knife, staff, javelin, broadsword. Nothing I feel would be terribly worthwhile to swap out yet. I could sell some of the leather armor, like the Leon equipment, but I'm gonna hold on to that for now. Let's go do some fights. Because that'll give me something else to talk about. Also, god, this is such a gloomy overworld theme. Oh god. Oh, those are funky looking goblins. I'm not sure I like the way their arm's bending. Alright, so... Oh yeah, I haven't actually used the cure tome yet. I should do that. What a crit, because the screen flash made me think... Okay, these guys are very weak. This is something that I'm conflicted about. Okay. Hold on. Note that I only got Gil. No experience or anything. Oh, okay, you can make them bigger or smaller. Okay, let's use this Cure Tome. So, Final Fantasy II does not have a traditional experience system. Back to the status menu. Like I said, you can equip any weapon, any spell, stuff like that. You gain skill level with certain types of equipment as you use them, just like you can level up your spells. There's no Fire 2, Fire 3, Cure 2, Cure 3, anything like that. Equipment and spell levels go up to 16, and you have to keep using them to get them better. In some cases, that's really annoying, like, say, Life and Esuna and stuff. But your stats are also tied to that. Certain things you do in battle will increase your stats. Like, attacking enemies increases strength, casting spells increases intellect. I think taking damage increases your HP or maybe your defense, I'm not sure which. But yeah, so that's a little conflicted because it's kind of like your stat growth is reliant on what you go through in battle, and you have to kind of manipulate certain things to get certain stats up. So I have mixed feelings about that, and these are Bs. Okay, actually, I want to use Cure real quick, just because I want to see how much it heals at level 1. If Maria actually gets a spell off. Yeah, because like you can see there that Furion got Sword and Shield level up, Guy got an Axe level up, Maria did not get a bow level up because I did not have her attack. And she wouldn't have even gotten the attack off, which becomes another problem. And you can see there also Furion's evasion went up, which I believe is related to armor? Guy got evasion up, so he actually has evasion now. Can't run on the world map, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, let's try again to cast Cure. There we go. 66, not bad for level 1. Okay, so Maria got magic and MP up from casting the spell. But yeah, so that's something that I do have a little bit of issue with, just on virtue of, like... Partly it feels unnecessary, like it was back in that time where everyone was kind of experimenting with stuff. But also, and people are poisoned, and pestilent. But also it kind of creates the issue of, like, you have to do things you wouldn't normally do to get things leveled up. Maria will level up. Maria's evasion went up. Guy's HP and stamina went up. Got more guilt. Okay, so they're still poisoned, right? No. Actually, it looks like stats are healed out of battle. Or statuses, I mean, not stats. Oh, so now it costs money. Of course it does. Okay, so it just takes me completely out of the inn automatically. That's interesting. But yeah, as I was saying though, like, to level up spells, you have to do things you may not normally do. Leg Eater, I'm sorry? You have to do things you might not normally do, like having to use Cure when nobody actually needs it. Okay. I need to remember, so the enemies also have front and back rows, so trying to attack those hornets right now because the Leg Eater's here, I basically just wasted my time. Oh, interesting. Furion actually blocked? Or maybe accuracy just doesn't exist. Oh, come on, everyone. But yeah, stuff like using Cure or casting Life or Essenon stuff when you don't need it just to make it work better, like, I don't know, that seems dumb to me. I got a strength up, nice. Okay, yeah, so poison healed automatically. Probably just gonna do a few more battles around in this area for the rest of this video. I know it's not the most exciting thing. This is probably also going to have more actual combat than in Final Fantasy 1, or in the... Jesus Christ, that's 5 enemies. More than in the Final Fantasy Renaissance playthrough is what I meant to say. Because of the way the stat system works. Because running from battles doesn't just mean you're losing MP, or losing experience, it means you're losing opportunities to actually do things that you could have done. Now, one thing that's funny about the NES Final Fantasy II when it comes to... Guy's doing 2 hits already. Alright, so... Equipment level up, Furion evasion up, Maria evasion up, Guy evasion up. Got 37 gil from something. But yeah, one thing that's funny in the NES Final Fantasy II is, just like Final Fantasy I, they kind of bungled the programming a bit, so it's not actually the action in certain instances that cause the stat gains. Dang, Fury, and you're doing 3 hits already, my guy. But yeah, it's not so much the actual action in certain instances that makes something happen as much as it's inputting the command. So say you really wanted to get your, like, intelligence or MP up, you could just, like, have Maria, like, say, go to cast Cure, and then just back up, and then have her go to cast Cure again, and just back up, go to cast Cure, etc., etc. And it would keep building up, and it would count it as uses because it's just programmed from the command. So that's funny to me. You could also do that. Okay, so it seems like they've actually done thresholds. Because I'm not getting weapon stuff now because these enemies are too weak. That's interesting. Because I know for a fact that's not the case in the original. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so that's it. The in cost, I guess, is based on how damaged you are? Fascinating. Alright, how much gil do I have now? 478. Alright. Let me go ahead and sell this stuff. Sell the leather armor. Alright, hold on. Let me experiment, because I do have a spare buckler. Okay, yeah. Just like I thought, she can't use the bow with the buckler. Guy can use the axe with it, though, so I'll give Guy the buckler. Oh, but it brings his attack down. Okay. So it's like the axe can be used one-handed or two-handed. Like it's stronger when he's using it just on its own. Can I just give him 2 axes then? Is that what magic interference? Okay. Interesting, so magic interference. Is this like kind of like later versions of D&D where there's like spell failure chance? Or does it just make magic less valuable, like less useful? So it's funny, because right now Guy has the lowest magic interference. Because Bo does a lot of magic interference for some reason. Right. One's got leather gloves. So let's buy some leather caps. Right, everyone needs one. Yeah, so those also give some magic points, which I imagine is going to be very helpful. I know this episode's running a little bit long. I just want to get a little bit of shopping out of the way before I end the episode. Hello Paul, hello Gordon, hello random person, hello shop out in the middle of nowhere. Alright, let's get a fire tome, let's get a thunder tome. Teach those to Maria for now. Kind of planning on having Maria be like the main magic user because the fact she has the bow. So she's kind of more fit for the back lines already. But as I get like more gold or gil and stuff, I am wanting to kind of make Furion a bit of a red mage, able to use like magic as backup, and also being able to just kick butt with weapons when he needs to. Guy, I'm probably going to turn into just an absolute tank. He's just going to be kind of raw power, raw defense. Because you can see he's already kind of predisposed to that with his high HP. But anyways, let's go ahead and save, and I will go ahead and leave this first episode of Final Fantasy II here. Next episode, we'll probably move on towards the next town. The old man in the castle told us about a village to the north. Or, well, not castle, but Rebel HQ. So we'll probably head there first. Anyways, though, if you liked the video, consider leaving a like. If you have any suggestions on how I can improve or anything else you wish to share, consider leaving a comment. If you like what I do and want to see more videos, then consider subscribing so you don't miss an upload. Until then, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.